Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. Now today we're looking at the Ace Combat 7 trailer. It looks absolutely amazing, epic as hell. Can't wait to get into a discussion with you guys about it. Hopefully I'll see some sort of discussion in the comments below. So without further ado, let's get into the trailer.
Mihai's back.
The Kingdom of Eruzia declared war on the Osean Federation.
But isn't that country a whole continent away from here?
Yet what is a nation?
Amidst the swirling clouds, the fighter squadron is trying to help its allies reach safety.
He really is foolish, isn't he?
Yep, he sure is.
Trigger, engage. Caution, bandits inbound. All axis alone. The enemy's in the clouds. Damn it. All squadrons be advised. Destroy the arsenal bird. Here we go. Come on, I'm going in first. Cooling convicts. I decide whether you'll live or die.
Sure, I'm probably heading straight into hell, but whatever.
You know what, Trigger? Why don't you lead and I'll follow?
Adios, you damn fool.
So hi guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that trailer as much as I did. So basically now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, explain some of the stuff that hardcore Ace Combat fans might not realise, and then I'm going to give you my opinions, my thoughts, my worries, all that sort of heebie-jeebie usual stuff. So let's get started. So first thing we see is the Su-35, well I think it's an Su-35, landing. Now it's got some sort of special markings. It's got what looks like an orangey colour, which could be a reference to Yellow Squadron. Now that's neither confirmed or denied by Namco Bandai. I don't know, but either way it's not confirmed, but fingers crossed it is. I really hope to start bringing some characters back from the old games. It'd be really nice to see that. So after the Su-35 has landed, you then go on to see this guy in sort of lab coat and glasses. He looks like some sort of scientist. I can only speculate that he's got something to do with the experimental weapons that we get to see later on in the trailer. Moving further forward, it comes up with what looks like some sort of guy in some sort of suit of some sort, I'm not really sure. And he's also looks like he's injured and getting oxygen, but I have no idea who this guy is. Then it goes on to show some woman being escorted from some sort of prisoner. Now this could be, and I'm only speculating, it could be the woman that was shot down from Yellow Squadron in the previous games. I forget her name, but she never was confirmed to be actually dead. So that, I mean, I'm really hoping for this. But at the end of the day, I don't know. So let's carry on. After that, then we go into some sort of visualization of this aircraft breaching through the clouds into the sunset. And I've got to say, if this is gameplay, if this is actual footage from the game, oh my god, this is by far the most beautiful game we've ever seen. Like, no joke, I am so hyped. I don't know if you can tell, I mean, my voice on mic sounds rubbish. And then the city, and then yeah, so we see this first bit of experimental technology with this sort of looks like a bit like a, well, to be honest, some sort of sensor in the back of this guy's aircraft, which looks like it interfaces with his HUD or heads-up display. It looks like it can target multiple things at the same time, so who knows what that's going to be, but it looks cool. I really want to have a go on that. Then the Su-35 taking off, and then we've got a dogfight which looks like a guy with the Su-35 and an Osean F-15 there, so that's definitely exciting. But then there's this 3 dashes on the tail of the ocean F-22. I'm really wondering whether this could be a sign of the Roggeries. Now, I know it's not anything that we've seen before from the Roggeries, but they're supposed to be a secret thing until 2020. That's when it's supposed to get revealed. So, I mean, I really hope so, because Ace Combat Squadron Leader was my favorite Ace Combat. So I'm really hoping that's got something to do with the Roggeries. Then we've got these 2 characters here, which look like they're from the opposite team. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce the name because I have no idea how to say. So anyway, so these 2 guys look like, well, the guy and girl look like they're having a conversation of some sort. They look like friends, and they're talking about things. Then we go on to the F-18. Just looks like he's blowing it up, and then we see the lasers being fired from the plane, from the F-15 for the first time. So it makes me wonder if this game's set in sort of like a near future. I mean, I suppose 2020 is a near future sort of time period. But it looks something like fun, like. And then we go into the sort of the cockpit view, and it looks like, I'm hoping, because obviously this is a VR compatible game as well as just a regular game. I'm really hoping that you're able to see, well, especially in VR anyway, that you can look around and still fly the plane. I hope it's not a seated experience when it comes to the VR sort of point. And also just the detail as well, I'd like to point out, like the dew on the canopy itself looks unbelievable. Like, we've never seen this from an Ace Combat game, or to be honest, with my knowledge of flight simulation, no sort of flight simulator or combat simulator like has this level of detail when it comes to graphics, should I say. And then we've got the, what looks like, you know, like one of the bosses, like it looks like the super weapon of the game, which drops drones, which is really interesting. What you don't see in the trailers are that these drones don't seem to have weapons, or what from none that we can see of anyway. So how much of a threat they're going to be, I have no idea. But if they do have weapons, I can see this being a very, very challenging part of the mission. And then we've got the F-18 again, which looks like he's in some sort of combat with an Su-35. Going now on vertical. It looks like classic. It doesn't look like Assault Horizon, in other words. It looks like classic Ace Combat. And then we go to the setting of the sun setting of the city, where there's a lot of moisture on the canopy, which just looks beautiful. I mean, if this won Beauty Awards, it'd definitely be the UK's most beautiful. And then we've got the F-22, which looks like some sort of experimental weapon again. It looks like external pods, a bit like what they've got on the underbelly of the F-22. So it looks like some sort of like expansion to missiles. So whether that means you're going to be able to take out more than the normal 4 than you can on most Ace Combat games with the special weapon, it looks like you're going to be able to take out a lot more. And I'm really hoping that they don't come out with the regenerative health like they do in the last one. After that we see a squadron of 5. What look like, they kind of just look like spacecraft, like, I don't really know. Which makes me wonder if these might be the Roggeries, possibly. Like I say, I'm only speculating. Nothing is confirmed as of yet, but I really hope this is Roggeries, or if it's Yellow Squadron maybe. But either way, I really hope it's got something to do with that, because bringing that and tying it into this new game would just bring everything together anyway, and just make it one hell of a single player experience. So moving on from the 5 aircraft formation, we have the F-15 that's missing its left hand side tail. which could be a reference to One Wing Pixie. Now if that's the case, that's also another character coming back, which is another favourite one of mine, which would be fantastic. And some, it looks like some sort of woman in an orange suit, so whether that's the same woman with the orange suit from before, from the prison, I have no idea. But it's starting to shape up to look really good. And then we've got obviously the sunset and the stars obviously are Ulysses, so that's definitely making a comeback, which is kind of what makes me realise, or not realise, but hopeful that Rod Greaves and Yellow Squadron and all characters from previous games come back. Like, I'd like to see Squadron Leader Barnett come back, Nagasaki, and all that. All them people come back to play a part in this massive story, which looks like it's going to be one hell of a story, which is always expected from Bandai. Like, they always come out with a great story no matter what games they make. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up for the trailer. I mean, I'm excited to see more, like really excited to see more. I'm hoping we get a new trailer coming in January now. I can't wait for a release date. The only other thing that I wanted to speak about during this was my gripe with console exclusives. Obviously this is exclusive to the PS4, and unfortunately I'm a PC gamer. But the gripe I have with it is why games like this, which are so rare nowadays, that are like majority single player, that people play for the single player, that, you know, obviously it's different with like Fallout 4, that's always been single player, but people play Ace Combat for the story, they don't play it for the online. Yeah, you might have play online every now and again, but you don't always play the single player, the multiplayer, sorry. My only gripe is I'm now gonna have to go and pay £300, £400 just so I can play this game. I have no other reason to have a PS4, but it's not. I just don't see it as fair, it coming out on just PS4, and then the people that are die-hard Ace Combat fans unable to play it. It is not fair. But anyway, that's my gripe. I'm not going to get into console exclusives. That's a whole other subject. So basically, I'm going to do, when this game is released, I'm going to do full walkthrough. I'll be doing a lot more trailer coverage when there's new trailers, so when there's information released, I'll be making a video on it instantly, pretty much. But yeah, if you like the video, I know my commentary's not great. This is new to me, it's weird kind of speaking to myself and recording it. But anyway, that's another topic as well. But yeah, if you like the video, please do not forget to leave a like, and also if you've got the time, press that subscribe button. It really means a lot. It really means a lot to me if I could make it to 100 subscribes by the beginning of next year. If that would absolutely be amazing. We're already at 50. If we can make it to 100, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So keep your positivity up, keep smiling, watch more of my videos, just enjoy yourself. It's Christmas, it's the best time of the year.